All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down this really powerful mental model from our source material called Shield Mode. It's all about how to handle criticism without, letting it completely ruin your day.
You know the feeling, right? You could get 10 amazing compliments, but that one little piece of negative feedback is the thing that just sticks with you. Why is that? Why do our brains seem totally hardwired to zoom in on that one negative thing?
It's kind of like you're holding a big, beautiful balloon, feeling great, and then one tiny little pinprick comes along and poof, it's gone. The source material really nails this visual. All that confidence, all that good feeling just deflates in an instant, and that one comment overshadows everything else.
And it's funny, because when you put ideas out there, you're inviting feedback. Hey, if this is helpful, leave a like or a comment. That's a great example of asking for feedback. But what about the other kind? The kind that really stings? Well, to handle that, we need to completely change how we think about the problem. So here's the huge shift in thinking we need to make. What if criticism isn't an attack? What if it's just data? Just a piece of information? The pain isn't actually in the feedback itself. The pain comes from how we choose to let it in.
To really get a handle on this, our brilliant metaphor. Just picture your brain as a mailbox. Every single day, messages get delivered. Good stuff, bills, and a whole lot of junk mail. The problem isn't the mail. The problem is that we feel like we have to bring every single piece inside our house and open it.
And this slide right here shows the biggest mistake we all make. We see a package show up, covered in mud and spikes, that's the angry tone, the harsh words, and we get so focused on the ugly wrapping that we never even check to see if there are any valuable goods inside. We mix up the delivery with the message. And man, the cost of doing this is huge. When you try to take in every comment, every critique, every piece of mail, it is absolutely exhausting. It's a direct path to burnout, to anxiety, and eventually a fear of even putting your work out there at all. You just start avoiding the mailbox.
And this is where Shield Mode comes in to save the day. But let's be super clear, this is not about building a giant wall to block everything out. That's not helpful. Shield Mode is about becoming an auditor. It's about standing on your porch and sorting the mail before it gets inside. It's a system for smart analysis.
Now, if this all feels really hard, that's because it is. There's a scientific reason for it. Your brain is literally wired to process social rejection in the same areas that it processes actual physical pain. So yeah, that nasty comment can feel like a punch to the stomach. But the good news is we can train ourselves to override that initial reaction.
And this quote, wow, it perfectly illustrates the first part of that sorting process. This line from Brené Brown is such a powerful filter. Is the person giving you feedback actually in the arena with you, taking risks? Or are they just sitting in the cheap seats throwing popcorn? The source of the feedback matters a lot. So this is the big mental flip you have to make. You've got to stop being the victim who gets hurt by every piece of junk mail and start being the auditor, the person in charge with the clipboard who decides what's valuable and what goes straight into the shredder. You're the one in control here.
Okay, so how do we actually do this in the heat of the moment? Well, the source material gives us a super simple three-step framework. It's called the S.E.E. method. Let's break down exactly what sift, evaluate, and engage really mean.
First up, you sift. Your job here is to be like a gold panner. You got to ignore all the emotional mud, the angry tone, the personal attacks, and just ask one simple question. Is there even a tiny 1% nugget of truth in here? If your boss yells that you're lazy, maybe the only data point is, I was 5 minutes late today. You keep the tiny piece of data and you wash all the mud away.
Next step, evaluate the source. Who sent this letter? Is it from someone you respect? A mentor who genuinely wants you to grow? Or is it from an anonymous troll on the internet? A good rule of thumb is to never take criticism from someone you wouldn't ask for advice.
And finally, you engage only if it's useful. This is the final checkpoint. If the feedback failed the sift test, meaning there was zero truth in it, or it failed the evaluate test, meaning the source is incredible, then you mentally shred it. Boom, gone. It's junk mail. But if it passes both tests, then, and only then, do you bring it inside and figure out how to use that information to get better.
Look, this is not an overnight fix. You're still going to feel that initial sting. That's just human. The goal isn't to become a robot, so forgive yourself for feeling hurt for a second. But then, the goal is to take a deep breath, step back, and put on your scientist coat to look at the data objectively. So the next time a piece of criticism lands in your mental mailbox, just remember the 3 words that put you back in the driver's seat. Your new mantra is sift, evaluate, engage. This whole thing is about taking your power back. It's about deciding what gets to live rent-free in your head. So I'll leave you with this question from the source material. Based on everything we just talked about, what piece of junk mail, what useless criticism, are you finally going to decide to throw out today?